Right, hello and welcome back. Right, so the plan is to finish off this happy Halloween event. For those who don't know, there is a community website called World of Trucks, which has events and jobs in both the ETS2 Euro Truck Simulator 2 and American Truck Simulator. These are external contracts from World of Trucks. You do 13 of them, and you get a Steam achievement and a trinket, I think it is, for the what does it say? Players that complete 13 or more gain unique World of Trucks achievement, as well as spooky booing ghost cabin item. Yeah, so that's a trinket that you can hang in the cabin. If we go to contracts, now I've done 5 of these already. They can be at from a short couple of 100 kilometers to many other things. Yesterday I was doing a 7k job from, it was like NS Oil, Stat Oil down here in Baji. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. The whole way down through here. This is like a big long stretch of a road here. Into, what was that, Beirut, I think it was. Took the ferry, and the ferry brought us into Istanbul, and then we drove the whole way up through here. I think we went up this way, or no, wait a minute, was it up this way? Yeah, we either went up this way towards Avalo, or we would have went up here. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it was this way we went up through what would be the west side of Russia. Probably, yeah, we crossed at Tallinn, that's what it was. Headed up this way, and then we end up in Königsberg, or whatever, however you pronounce that one. So at the moment we're not beside a a city that's within radius for the contracts. I think we need to reposition. So let's reposition. I think. Let's remember how we usually do this. So if we go back to here, I do need to change my truck as well. The reason I got that MAN, what is that? That's the MAN TGX6 or something, I think it is. Let me see, driver. Yeah, the Euro 6. So there's an app. There's 2 apps typically the Euroline VTC use, which you got the Trucksbook client, and then you've got the Truckee app as well. So Truckee does their own weekly achievement events kind of type of jobs, so that's why I was using that one. Actually, it's not specifically that one, but it looks a lot like that. Most of the time I'm usually driving the Scania. There's the new electric Scania. I think that one is right. Where's the one we're driving currently? Should say me, I think. Does it? Yeah, so that's the one we're driving at the moment. With the Euroline skin, the one lads did. That's the other thing. You'll notice on the bottom left corner there's a QR code. That would bring, you can use that on your phone and bring you to a Linktree website with all our links, including the links to register and join Euroline on Trucksbook and Truckee, and the Discord link as well. I think in the first month, once you do your first, I think it's 5k miles, as well as 5,000 kilometers, not miles, per month, you then get the company skins That's how that works typically. Right, am I going to change to a Scania? No, that's a Volvo. Let's see, where is... I'm looking for one I've already done the skins on. No, that's the... That's weird, because one I've done this already. Maybe not on this profile, maybe that's why. Where is it? There's one that's showing a bit of a glitch. See the side panel missing. It's there, for whatever reason that skin isn't loading it properly. I've only noticed that since we've gone to 152, or is it 153? And that's the default skin actually. Funny enough, that's happens with it. So if you're doing, there's the new driver school thing in this as well. I think I might just modify one of these that's not assigned to a driver for the Scania. Maybe this one. Oh, actually that one already has it. Yeah, I see the way the side panel is glitched. I don't know why. It's really strange. Or I might just buy a new one and see if it happens. Yeah, I might as well show how that works as well while we're at it. So if I go to... I'll just use trucks, but use trucks is usually where you'll see any custom mods. So obviously I'm playing on offline single player. We do have Truckers MP client as well. And we have a convoy server which sometimes use for different events. All events etc. are usually posted on the Discord. I know, Scania. Just curious to know if these skins load on here. Okay, there's no glitch there. I do have the BEV ownable truck mod installed. I think that's why that's showing up there. Let me see, truck dealers. And yeah, access mod dealer. Yeah, that's usually where you see the mod ones. There's a few bizarre looking ones in there. Yeah, I don't remember which mod that is, but something added them in. This game is prone to crash randomly for no apparent reason, so when you have mods and stuff, so be mindful of that. You might want to use a quick save button every now and again. Right, do you know what, we'll just go with the one we have. Let's pick up a job and get this event done. I'm using OBS this time around. I have a few other things I still have to set up, like my stream deck, once I find bits and pieces for that. So for right now we need to relocate so we can pick up a job. So I would recommend just quick travel to a major city, because obviously these are out in the sticks, and a lot of this only gets added by pro mods, which is a set of mods that extends the game dramatically. Very nice. It gives a lot of extra places to go that you wouldn't normally have access to. So that's a Northern Ocean, Greenland. So that's kind of like the furthest point at the top you can go. And then just quickly, so there's another set of mods I'm going to add in that'll open up this. Then over here you've got Egypt, Middle East. And then there's another set of mods that'll open up this other side of the map. Some of this is not connected. I think we need a road connection mod to link up Pakistan. Right. Now let's pick a hub. Hubs would be, say, London, Berlin, I'm thinking we'll pick something like, I wonder if we go to Avala. So Avala is a popular run for doing an easy 5k. Might just go to Avala. See is there any Halloween jobs there? And yes, the reason why the camera's moving like that is because I have the Tobii eye tracker. Let me just do that. And we'll check in here. Nothing found. Right, okay. I think we need to move closer to... Yeah, let's go to Warsaw. Hopefully it'll be better. Here we go. Right, so now we just need to find this one. This is the truck cabin Halloween treats. So that'll take us... That's a short enough one. So, as I say, we've done 5 of 13. So, we can do a few of these and we'll get it done in no time. And begin. One thing to bear in mind when you're doing the normal World of Truck events, or not events but jobs, is when you're using mods, especially ones that add extra maps and road connections, you may end up in a situation where you get to like a ferry point and things don't go well, and by that I mean either the game crashes or it just refuses point blank to load you in at the other end. I've seen that happen. Right, let me see now, is our GPS set? We could do it refueling and repairing as well. So let's just repair this. Confirm. I'm hearing a lot of alerts. I wonder is that Discord? Give me 1 second. Streamer mode. Is the streamer mode on? No, it wasn't, but it is now. Right. Where is that job? We can't use the trucky job creation tool when we're doing these events. You have to actually pick them up from the built-in game dispatcher like we just did, or at least I think we did. Actually, hold on a sec, where are we? Are we in Warsaw? Oh, we are. So I'm not sure why the GPS is not showing. Maybe we need to do it again. Wallburers to Carrefour. Wallburers, okay. Begin. View current job. Unable to preview job details. And why would that be, I wonder? Maybe it is that one, is it? Huh. Tell you what, let's drive up there and see. Maybe we just need to come out of the garage before it'll appear. I'm just going to do a quick save and then we load it in case it's just a visual glitch. Another tip is when you're doing dispatcher jobs, especially with Truckee, create a manual save as a starting point for say today. So now I'm going to load the quick save. And also when there's a version upgrade or a hotfix, you'll see that alert symbol because of the version difference. That's all that means. Nothing to worry about at all. Right, I do not see the job. F6, you currently have no delivery job. Okay, so it's not my imagination then. External. Yeah, worst case we just abandon it and then pick up another. No big deal, since we know where we're going. Your modded truck or trailer is too long. Huh? No, it's not. Is that why it didn't start? Hold on a sec. But how would my truck be too long? That. Tell you what, let's just go up. It's just up the road here. We'll tip on up, as they say. Case we'll just pick up another truck, skin it out quickly, and you can actually use your own trailer as well, I believe. The question marks on the mini map are basically recruitment agencies, truck dealers that you unlock as you drive past them. Essentially, you can either initially when you start the game you have to go to them manually. Yeah, see, here we go. Right, now where is this place we were looking for? Is that it? Let me just check the map. Ah, there it is. Right. Oops, wrong side. Tip on in here and see. Might as well actually, do we want to fill up? So one thing I've noticed that's different as well, there's these manholes now instead of indicators. But I think what we'll do is we'll buy a new truck, skin it, or we'll just relocate one of our Scanias. see. That one. Don't know why there's a piece missing. I think we might just buy one actually. Right, let's try and do this quickly. Is there a retarder? We need to make sure we have a retarder on this. Yes, there they are. Stops us from overspeeding. Right, we might as well go with that. Yes, we recently had our 2-year anniversary and had a new skin done first. Right, not going to waste too much time. Let's just put a quick. Oh, is it that one? No, no. Take that off. I don't really want a light box. Let's go with. Oh, where's the? No, wrong one. Keep going until we find the right one. There we go. These are modded lights you're seeing. Lots of fancy ones. Let me just quickly find a couple of lamps. Oh, here we go. I like these ones. We stick a. I don't really care about horns. This is handy. Sometimes it gives you a bit of an interior light. That one. And there's a bit of a raised roof with that. Loads of different things you can do with this. Anyway, if I had more time to spend on it, I'd probably do a bit more, but we'll keep going. Don't think we need to add anything else, do we? Or have I forgotten nothing? You can also preview. Add badges onto the front, lights, etc. Extra lights. Anyways, right, let us get out of this. Confirm. And purchase. Now we are in Warsaw, so let's drop it in there. And we might as well do the trailer as well while we're here. I just need to remember which one it is. Okay, apparently that one was modded. Skin. No, that is definitely not the right trailer. So, if you don't have the right trailer picked, you won't get the the right skins to appear. So, with that said, let's fix that quickly. I know this one should be the new anniversary one, so we're going to look here. We could stick some lights on it as well. Right, we go with that. Confirm and purchase and put that in Warsaw. Now we'd go collect them or switch to the new truck. Garage, Warsaw, then drive it. Now the game has this funny thing sometimes where it'll put you at your home garage. I think it's done it. Yeah, it's put us in Liège. So, and I think there is a workaround for this. I'm going to try it now, just see. So there's garage manager, and then select find Warsaw on the list. Now the NA on these, they're the modded map ones. That's, I think, is the reason why they appear like that. It's where you own garages on add-on maps. Warsaw, yeah, and there's there. And we're going to travel to there. Yeah, okay, now we're at the garage, and this is where the trailer is as well. So we go in here. Just go out the back. Let's park up for a second. Now go into the menu, company, trailer, and then garage, body, roof paint, that one, and say make private and use. Make private stops the AI drivers that you've recruited from using it. That's all that does. That's essentially it. So now we're ready to pick up a job. I just want to see if it's this kind of background menu on this page is quite nice. We get to see it almost like a video cinematic of the truck here that's active. And that's how I did the opening scene to this live stream. Right, now I'll quickly show how the retarder thing is set up as well while I'm here. So this is to prevent you from speeding past the limits. So we call what's called real miles versus race miles. You don't want race miles when you're in a VTC and you're doing jobs on behalf of the VTC to get us up the leaderboard on Trucksbook. So we're actually doing, I guess, Poland this month. So basically in here you've got controls which set up your wheel, your pedals, whatever it is. I've got the Moza truck wheel with the Moza R9 V2 base. So I think it's gameplay. Transmission type, yeah, you don't need to touch those. Truck limiter, I would turn that off. Adaptive off, tolerance 0, and then 1. And then there's a automatic retarder, yes. And I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything else. Right, let us go back to, wanted to see, do we have the trailer attached? So press, yes we do. Right, now that we have that, let's do a save like I suggested earlier. A manual save, just right. Now let's pick up. Now you can actually click up here, browse contracts. If you click on the city, it should reduce the list further. Oh, here we go. So there's one that's not too far away, just under 300 kilometers. And then you've got 336. So just go with the first one, because we know where that place is. It's just up the road. Is that not in the same place? Resume delivery. Oh, we have to, can't use the trailer. Oh, okay. Now it's telling us this one's too. I could have swore. Oh yeah, of course you can't use your own trailer. That makes sense, because how else would you have the Halloween truck trailer even? Duh. Right. Silly me. Okay, let me try this again. DHL. Begin. No, it's not. How would it be? Let's just drive to DHL and see if that's true. I don't know. That seems off. I've never seen it do this before. Sorry, reset navigation. Set it outside of it. I think there's a bug if you don't set it outside of it. Alright, let's go. We'll use our trailer for a different job later after this. And if this doesn't work, we'll just do our own jobs. I'm not wasting any more time on it. I didn't have this problem when I was doing the other 5 jobs in the MAN TGX Euro 6, Euro 3 or 6. Don't know why I'm having it now. But anyway. Speaking of Moza earlier, the Moza stock for the truck wheel is supposed to start shipping in November this year. As in possibly this week. I don't know. Last time I spoke to them, they told me early November. They were taking pre-orders for it back in, was it August? I think it was. Alright, where's DHL? Oh, keep an eye out for the manhole cover. Actually, that's it there in front of us. And press the button. One of the things I'm actually using as well is it's the Logitech branded, it used to be the SideTech control box, the one that was sold as a bundle for Farm Simulator, I think it was years ago. That is really useful for playing this game with a little joystick and all the buttons on the panel. It's a button box. I That's what I use it as. So external. Let's see, is this going to give me crap for show nearest? That should be it, shouldn't it? Begin. Yeah, abandon. I'm going to try this again since I'm in DHL. Starting to lose my patience with this. This should just work. That doesn't make sense. It's not modded. It generally is not modded. I call bullshit. Okay, I tell you what. We'll try it one more time. Just do. I know the lads have been doing these jobs and they didn't have this problem. So, I don't know. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Why did it work for this one? Well, okay, not specifically that one, but the other Euro 6 I was driving before this, which was modded, I'll point out. Maybe I need to pick a smaller, shorter length. Is that what it is? Tell you what, let's just quickly try it and figure it out. We need to go to a service point, which is that, the red wrench. Yeah, we'll change. We'll keep this truck, but we'll try and change the body of it to a standard one, the most basic one. It'll probably remove other parts, but as long as we make sure we have a retarder on, we should be fine. Drive over the manhole cover and hit the brake. I don't know, it doesn't look that special to me now. But anyway, let's go the most basic type. There we go, that should work, shouldn't it? Why is the back wheel raised? Yeah. A bit moans about that. Fake it. Right, back to DHL. Oops, wrong lane, wrong lane. Abort. Ow, ow, ow. Didn't notice. It's so dark. Not to worry. As long as you keep damage under 10%, you won't see any issues. And we just go to a service station or a service point and repair. Under 10% at the end of the job, I think it doesn't show up as damaged. Oh, we overshot that a bit. Let's try this again. Alright. It'll probably tell us to abandon. We might need to restart the game actually. Abandon. Okay, this is weird. I've never seen this happen. So I'll tell you what we do. We would go for a freight job from DHL. I wonder, are we at the wrong garage? Or, oh my god, there's more than one. That's why. There's two DHLs. I didn't notice. We'll tip up the road to the right one, and then we might try doing the Halloween one again. Oh, don't hit that. Alright, I just realised I was going a bit too fast there. I'm not normally this clumsy, but when I'm tired sometimes it can happen. Or it's been known to happen. Don't need to worry about speeding when you're going between jobs. I do have the traffic offences thing turned off. Tipping on up the road. So typically, the speed limit you want to keep under is 100. 101 and it becomes race miles. So typically set your cruise control to a absolute maximum of 98. The Trucks Book client has the option to do an audible alert when you hit, say, 98, so it gives you enough time to take your foot off the accelerator if it's on it and quickly tap your brake. Saved me many a times. So if you hear like a high-pitched beep that starts, that's usually the initial warning, and it's in those 2-second window that you need to hit the brake. Alright, this is our turn to the other DHL that I didn't know about. we might actually try doing is cancelling this one, picking up the Halloween one. Right, let's try this. I don't believe that for a minute. Might go back to freight. Yeah, brake pads, isn't that the one we were picking up? And then there's usually cones around the trailer. I'm just wondering, are we at the wrong DHL for this one? I don't normally have this trouble with these at all. Hold on, F6, you have no delivery job. Oh. This really is starting to piss me off to no end. I'm just going to try it one more time, because I really need to understand what's happened here. Warsaw. DHL, which should be where we are right now. If it's not, just view. I think it's refusing because it's something to do with the truck. Right, try it again. Browse. Or maybe it's a bug in the new version. But if it moans about your modded truck or trailer is too long. It's not. It can't be too long. It really can't be. It doesn't add up. Anyway, we're not going to waste any more time on it. I'm just going to pick up something from here so we can actually do something. And it's sending us back to the other DHL. Of course it is. I believe it's taken us this long to just start the Halloween event. What we might do actually, what might actually fix this is if I load a different profile. I don't think I have the skins on it. You know what? Yeah, let's just do that, because the whole point of doing this stream was to do it. So let's go to title screen. click on the profile. So I have ones for like big mega map mod packs. So the one I think it's this one. I think this one is my vanilla account. Mods that should have my delivery plus. Delivery plus is a absolute plus of a quality of life mod to have, especially for starting out and a new whatever you might call it, new profile, new game start. Absolutely, it properly balances the economy where you get decent fair pay, because the default game economy rates of pay are an absolute disgrace. So let's load this. Hopefully, I don't remember what way we left it, but it might, if it's on another job, we'll just cancel it. But I just want to see, because I always keep a vanilla profile for exactly this reason, to test things, to know why something wasn't working or is now working. Oh, truck manager, garage, brand. No, we don't want Volvo. Scania. Scania with no driver. Let's have a look. Might have to buy one, make a new one. Oh, there's one there, shit. Where's that? It's in Bergen. Okay, drive it. Okay, and we are in Carlisle. Okay, let's check Carlisle. There we go. There's a job. Actually, we didn't have a job set up, did we? Didn't notice one up here. Try that again. This does seem like a bug. Definitely seems like a bug. So let's see if there's any longer ones than 208. Anything under 500 kilometers is not very long. Malmo. Yeah, we'll take that one. We'll switch back to our own newer truck and skin after this for the other jobs. But right now, we're going to pick this up. Great when the lights change as you're approaching. Doesn't always happen, but it's nice when it does. There's our trailer. Normally I'd use Truckee to apply my license plate, but it gives you a random one when you create a new truck, and also the trailer would have a random one as well. Oh no, it's copied it to the trailer as well. Alright. Can't remember what that flag is that's on the... That's must be mid... Oh, it's one of the Middle East flags, isn't it? Or is that... No, it's not Ukraine. No. Anyway, let's go. Tip on up the road, hey. Oh, it's a bit too wide. There is a built-in radio that's actually like a DAB, digital audio broadcast system. So it won't be copyright free unless it's a specific radio station. You can link up local copyright free music into a folder, I think, and add it, and it'll just play through it. Right, so we're leaving Carlisle now, heading south. Or is it Sheffield, I think? No, it's Malmo. Sorry, we're heading south. We're heading east. The east coast for the ferry. When you're in single player, as opposed to Truckers MP, you can do screenshots and open the map, which will effectively pause the game. This is for the benefit of anyone who's never played this game, but you can also alter the default route. So when you're trying to get, say, extra miles, so that's sending us to North Grimsby, over to Esbjerg. So while it does say trip distance is 1,200 kilometers, in reality it's not. That's not the land distance. So, and as far as I know, when you're doing miles, it only counts the land distance. But yeah, when you're playing on Truckers MP, you can't pause time effectively, because obviously it's multiplayer and there's other people on there. So you effectively have to indicate pull in at the side of the road or a garage or a service area, and then once you're fully stopped and the brake on, engine off, whatever, it will allow you to do that. Take your screenshot or whatever. So the workaround is to use the Truckee app screenshot tool. Sorry, I braked the wrong way. I was trying to stop it from crashing. And yes, the flag on the outside is actually flickering in the wind. It's clever like that. So on the Mosa truck wheel, there is a buttons dedicated to the various indicator lights, etc., and cruise control. So typically you You accelerate to the speed you want cruise control to be at, ideally. Hit the button, take your foot off the accelerator. So now it's at 83, and then I have two of the three outer buttons on the left. There's a plus and a minus and a horn button in the middle. The one in the middle I actually use as resume cruise control, and then the plus and minus I use for incrementing as 1 kilometer up and down. So that 83, if I press it 2 times, it'll bring it to cruise control of 85. But that sound that you might be hearing hasn't kicked in yet, but as long as I keep my foot off the accelerator, the retarder will pull us back if we were going, say, starting to go downhill, and it obviously physics and gravity kicks in and it starts to try and go faster. The retarder adjusts the transmission to keep you at the 85. Sometimes you might see it go as +1, but that's okay, so long as you're obviously not going from 100 to 101, that's fine. So, and then you've got the general speed limit is shown as 80, but technically we can actually go up to 98, or 99 even if you wanted to, but I generally don't. When you're doing a World of Trucks contracts though, there is a hard cap of 90 no matter what. You can't bypass that. So because we're on the Halloween World of Trucks job, we can't go above 90. Nice, we're taking this left. That sound you're hearing as I was braking, I think that is the retarder system. Just turned on my high beams. As you can see with the Toby tracker, I can turn my head. You can, even if you didn't have a Toby tracker, eye tracker, or any eye tracker for that matter, you can do F4 and then adjust seats. So you can effectively, which one is it? You can tilt towards the opposite direction. So because we're in a right-hand drive, you can tilt to the left a bit, but if you bring your view back in the seat, you can actually see the other mirror. Like that. And tilt again, keep tilting. See? So now you have view of both sides. It's a nice little workaround. UI mirrors, that's just the on-screen UI mirrors. I suppose when you're starting off you might use them, but for more realism, yeah, probably turn them off. Anyhow, let's tip on up the road. Why this worked on this profile, I don't know. Obviously there's a lot less mods on this, and I think, actually now that I think about it, Euroline mods that for the skins and stuff, I think it might have been something in those that it didn't like. I reckon that's what it was. It was one of those extra custom mods. It just did for whatever reason, didn't like being used. So we really shouldn't be on this lane, but we want to get past the Sunday driver. You can get lucky and not have any oncoming traffic. I think you can even add a mod that actually turns off all the other traffic. There is a slider in the settings that you can reduce the amount of traffic and pedestrians, I think. But there's also mods that does the opposite, where it'll give you a lot more realistic traffic. I think we're pulling 20 ton. 24 ton actually. So the trucky UI, only I can see it because it's overlaying the game. It's not getting captured by OBS. I think OBS does have a way to, what do they call it, hook overlays, but there's not much point. Basically it's just like a bar along the bottom of the screen with all the job stats info on the job, your fuel, the weight, general distance as well. And I think if this, I also have sleep turned off, but if I was turned on, I think it would tell you what your tiredness is. It also gives you real world time as opposed to game time to finish the job and the distance. So at the moment it's telling me an hour and 44 minutes, which obviously isn't correct, because once we hit that ferry, that hour and 22 minutes will jump drastically. Will change, I should say. Will drop. Job as short as this one will definitely won't even take. I'd say it wouldn't even be a half hour. Right. Let's try to remember to use our indicators and slow down. Looks like it's sending us Sheffield direction. Mirrors, no one's coming up alongside us. And no, I don't drive in real life. Yes, I've done lessons, but I do have someone who I know who owns their own Scania that I've been in a couple of times. It's very nice. Nearly consider retiring early if I had won the lotto and buy my own truck and trailer. Go work for him, or work with him, I should say. Only 4%, we're grand. Keep it under 10% or fix it, repairs. And another turn off coming up soon. If you don't want to be driving at night in the game, by the way, there are what they call rest stop areas where you can trigger time to progress. So even if you don't have sleep mode on, that's how I would do that. But most of the time I just And we just did a love tap. Oopsie. So if you back up about cab length, AI truck driver will either reverse a little bit and then drive forward. Yeah. Did not mean to do that, but obviously stopping distance and all that. Camera modes, there's about buttons 1 to 9. That's 6, 7, 8 is the chase camera. 9 I think just cycles through all of them, I think. Oh yeah, there's the rear view. I believe there is some other kind of dev tools or cinematic camera views you can do. I haven't figured that out yet, but I suppose if you're trying to do like a little mini movie and then edit it in something like DaVinci Resolve, cool. Of course, distance, time and scale in this game is different from obviously from real life. Like to drive this distance obviously in real life would take much longer than the actual game time. Don't know what the ratio is, but yeah, it's definitely shorter. The trucky weekly job achievements you can do, there's usually 3 for each game, as in ETS2 and ATS, the American one. They typically are 250 to 500 kilometers minimum, and you can stack them. So it'll be like this week, use a MAN TGX Euro 6 and go to or from Paris. But for both of those you have to do, say, a minimum of 250 kilometers, and then the third stacking achievement job is one of 3 cargo types, for example. You can use the trucky UI to the overlay to the dispatcher to figure out distances and stuff, or just use the in-game map to figure out different starting points to go to Paris. Or if you want to be really work smart about it, use the free AI tools like chat on bing.com, for example, and ask it, say, in ETS2, give me 7 starting places that are at least 250 to 500 kilometers from Paris, and it'll give you a list. I've used it in the past for doing things like that. That way you can vary the job's starting point. because sometimes the truckie job to and from won't always be to and from. It might just be to Paris. If it does say from or to, then what you can do is to start in Paris, go to somewhere that's say the 250 to 500 kilometers away, finish that job, then at that place pick up a job that brings you back to Paris. Now if you try to do that with the in-game dispatcher, there may not be a job that goes back to Paris for the minimum distance. So this is why you would use the truckie dispatcher to do it for you and see what the distance is. Right, we're coming off this roundabout up here. Slow coach in front of me. Right, ferry is down the end according to the GPS. I can actually toggle off that. F3, I think. Yeah, you can toggle that off and just use the GPS on the console of the truck. Only reason that's not always a good idea is if you can't see what your fuel gauge is. So I have buttons set up on the Logitech button box thing I'm using. It can just be a bit difficult to see. See, I can toggle it there. Did I miss my turn? I think I did. Right. So this is why daytime driving might be better. My car is not stopping. Then you just sit on this, brake, hit the button, and then you just need to remember where it is you're going, because it's easy to pick the wrong one here. And yes, there is a penalty usually on the normal jobs, at least, for being late, so it costs money. Right, at least it's daylight now. Right, so we're going out of here to the right. X's don't always show. I think you can actually turn them off in the game, but you need to be wary that you're following the proper routes, otherwise you'd hit an invisible wall. And yes, there is actually also hidden roads that don't show on the GPS that you can actually drive through. I'm pretty sure there's YouTube and Reddit and whatever covering some of those routes. They're like kind of Easter eggs. Right, so according to the overlay, there's only 15 minutes left, and not the hour and 20 something minutes it said at the start. Some roundabouts you can take a little shortcut and go right across them, but I don't always advise it unless you can visually see that it's lower on the outer rim, I guess you'd call it, like that one was. If you're going way too fast and you hit the one that doesn't have the lower rim on it, yeah, that becomes a hashtag mistakes were made moment. And if you're in a World of Trucks job, you have to go use F7 to go to the service station repairs, like your engine is conked out or whatever, there's no coming back from that. You literally are aborting the job. There's no exceptions to World of Trucks jobs in that particular, when it's those type. Typically you've got cargo jobs and freight jobs. One basically means is you use your own truck, the other one means you use your own truck and trailer. If you use your own trailer, you get to do what's called manual pickup and manual delivery, but they can be optional. You can actually skip that part. Yeah, you do. I think you earn the extra points, XP as well, and it all gets tracked on both the Truckee app and the Trucks book. It's kind of like an audit ledger. The Trucks book in particular is the one that has the leaderboards for both the games, by country, by VTC, which is Virtual Truck Company, etc., and by player. There's links to the main website so you can actually see your own profile and your own stats, as well as how you position within your own virtual truck company. So like most of the active truck companies, they have their own kind of base rules of, you know, do 5,000 kilometers a month. There may be other things like wear a company skin on your truck, for the ones that are provided for. You know, it won't necessarily be for every brand of truck. The Euroline ETC tends to be mostly Scanias. In this kind of blue, white and gold kind of colours. This is our kind of, I don't know, we call that our home shirt colours or our white colours. We do have obviously the white version as well. And obviously I showed the white, one of the new anniversary white one earlier. But yeah, let's see, we are 11 minutes out, it's saying. The eye tracker is nice because it just makes it a bit more immersive. There are some mods that better light up the inside cabin. I think SCS Software, who made this, they really need to put that in as a basic feature, like have actually cabin lights at the front cabin and at the back, the sleeping area. You can get LED kind of Scania and different things, emblems that light up on the back over the bed. You can even put a cat asleep on the chair beside you, or a dog. The console on the left, you can put in a table and put little knickknacks on it. Put your Tottenham Hotspurs mug on it, or a toy TARDIS. Green tree air freshener hanging. And even a CB radio. Those are little mods you can do. Not recommended for anyone with a low video RAM graphics card though. I know some people, not everyone has fancy rigs, so yeah, you know, within reason, turn those things on. I believe we're getting, is it 1.53, version 1.53 I think, by Christmas. I know the beta is out already for it. both ATS and ETS2. I haven't bothered with it, to be honest, because they only just recently got the new profiles and pro mods updated, so I really don't want to be changing it again. And it also breaks Truckers MP because they're obviously a third party and they have to update their stuff, and that can take time, even if they sometimes are really quick at doing it. Other times it could be a couple of days, a week. So usually when that happens, people have to downgrade their Steam client, the game itself, because it's forcing an auto update. Right, not far now. Yeah, see, it's only up the road. The reason why I'm actually streaming with the ultra wide view is because a couple of months ago I got a Samsung 57-inch, which is essentially two 32-inch 4K panels. I was testing out the higher resolution, so I've actually got this downscaling to, was it 3840 by 1080p 60 frames, because OBS was stressing out for some reason. I might test out 4K normal aspect ratio, and then the full 7000 by 2160. See how that goes, but I'm not expecting it to work well. It's different when you're recording versus streaming. You can configure the recording profile to be a lot more higher and more, it tends to be more stable, so you don't have to maintain a streaming bitrate. You just need to maintain the right to a fast disk, such as an NVMe. But you know, to each their own what you have. I haven't done any editing in a long time. I kind of miss it because. Anyways, I don't know how much more we're going to do in this because it started late, unfortunately. I think we were spending so much time trying to figure out what was wrong that we couldn't start the jobs. Now some of these lanes here, these tolls, are not automatic. So this one's an auto pass. They're not consistent depending on the different countries. They actually are a different colour or a different symbol or a different word. But yeah, and if you're driving through, where is it, France and Spain, there are so many tolls, it's unreal. I think I mentioned Avalo earlier, up in the Nordics. Avalo down to Villa San something in southwest Italy. That's a pretty good popular run, particularly in our VTC, because people might do that daily to get 5,000 kilometers in. It's typically seen as a nice one to do. On the mega map mods, if you do set those up, some of the, as I said, there was a road in Iraq, I think it was quite long and straight, and there was one military stop I think I had to do on the job I was doing yesterday, but there was quite a bit of a distance in between them, so it wasn't too bad. So if you can set up truckie dispatchers to do jobs back and forth on a long stretch of road, it all adds up. Like, I know you'll see people on YouTube, for example, uploading or doing live streams of 10, 12, 20,000 kilometers, but it's not realistic to try and do that, you know, unless you've got 6-12 hours to sit and do it. You're better off doing the smaller runs like the 1,000, say. I think you'll do 1,000 in 40 minutes typically. Once you're comfortable with your rig and you have the retarder and the cruise control stuff all set up properly. Right, we should be coming up on our destination soon. This is one of the coolest parts of this game, is seeing things like this, these tunnels. Some of the scenery and the lighting, like the graphics engine has been upgraded since we got 150, and then I think 151 or 152 had better optimizations and tweaks, and then before 150 came out, I think it was in 14X was when they were changing the weather system. I still keep reminding them and asking, when are they going to finish Ireland? Because it seems whoever in the public communities that was looking at that part, I think disappeared or something, or just hasn't been seen or heard from. And then there was a lad who did a NIR mod, which is Northern Ireland. That added a few towns to the northern part of the map, but honestly they weren't really in the right position. I mean, I'm not expecting it to be perfect, but it would be nice to have like a, not necessarily a one-to-one scale of Ireland, but I just think there's a better, given all the work that SES are doing and others are doing, I just think, you know, why do we need to rework Germany or Greece? Can we not just finish Ireland properly and be done with it? Like, yeah, have a small group of people look after the rework kind of stuff, but you know, we still want the rest of Europe. Like, Ireland is an important part of Europe technically, so why not do it? Now, it could be that it's already being looked at in the background and we just don't know about it, but you never know what corner of the internet someone has a page that's running a project for us that we just don't know about yet. I thought it'd turn off. Sometimes the GPS can be confusing, I find, as to whether you're on the right lane or not. This is going to bring us to around, up and over, across the road. I've taken that too wide. Sometimes I just find it awkward to tell. As much as you don't want to be going too fast, you also don't want to be going too slow. Hilly. Another little tip, if you are doing a job and you don't mind being a little bit late, if you see white place names nearby where there's like a slip road to get up to it or go down to it, do take the time to explore and drive into it until it triggers, so it says discovered. There might even be a dealer and a recruitment agency to drive past to trigger those. It's well worth doing that, because there are achievements for getting them all, and as well as achievements by country, I think. And we took that a little bit too wide again. Right, we should be... Is this us here? No. Further up. We zoom in on the GPS. Yeah, that's nice one. So this is where you can do automatic park, but because this is usually an easy one, we'll do it. The trick is to just line it up, take your time, and as soon as you see the message pop up, hit the parking brake. And there's the bonus, the option to skip message that pops up. So this one doesn't have the cones. I think that must be from one of the mods. So number 3, this is an overview. There we go. Hit the brake. Detach. That's it. And that was only a short job, believe it or not. So what you can do here is chain the jobs. Well, I say chain, just current opportunities, and look for. So there's Malmo to Vaxjo. I don't probably not pronouncing that right. So pick that. So now it's telling us to proceed. Now before we move, just check and see where it is. Now, see the way I'm triggering that the high beams there and the other lights aren't coming on? Press F4, 3, and front auxiliary, roof auxiliary. And there's beacon. We don't have a beacon. I don't think we have. Actually, do we have a beacon? We do. There we go. There's everything turned on. Hey. Right, let us turn back on the... Yeah, it's the other side of the building. Take off the brake. Back around to the front. Pick it up. Now, if you are using the Truckers MP client, you can press tab and use it to set up all the jobs, including take a job immediately, especially if you're already on site. It's a handy thing to do. Usually not recommended if you're nowhere near the company that you're picking up from. Right, let's line this up. Slowly does it. There we go. I think you can actually manually do the trailer as well. Although I don't think you can get out into it. I think you can control the putting up and down the legs and stuff like that. You're doing a heavy haulage load, like the open beds with the vehicles and stuff on it. You could have your blinking, your strobes, and your beacons and stuff. When you're on Truckers MP though, I think they have a rule against beacons for some reason, and they are very strict on rules of the road. I should point that out as well. So, I mean, you can get reported, especially if you cause an accident. So just be mindful of that if you do decide to play it on. There is multiple Truckers MP servers. There's what they call the sim servers, there's the pro mod servers. They have different, I suppose there's the default rule set, and then there's the more relaxed rule set where you can just do I think it's arcade mode, I think is one of them's called. Probably don't get into trouble for traffic violations on that one versus the Pro Mods server. So this job is shown as 214 kilometers and real time 11 minutes. And just to show, if you hit escape, we've done our last job counted as 6 of 13. So this 17 hours 8 minutes is game time, not real time. Another tip is if you prefer, if you end during the night time and you prefer daytime driving, just find a parking place and let time move ahead. Oops. And toward to check the mirrors. AI vehicles, as long as there's enough distance and time, and you use your indicators and things like that, and your hazard lights. Oh yeah, my hazard is working. They will respond in kind. Fuel wise, we're about 40% used. We're probably okay for this journey, but do get into the habit of keeping an eye on it, even if it means keeping that box on the left corner active and not disabled. Depending on the truck and the dash, you can toggle the middle of the dash. Let me see, is it this button? Yeah, this button. There's a way to see the fuel usage. I'm not sure if that's the right one. I think there's a button you can set up to actually zoom into the dash as well. See? But otherwise you just press F3 to bring up that little UI and you can see your fuel gauge on it. It will actually tell you when you get down to like 10%. So I'm just going to turn that off. More for the immersion than anything else. The immersiveness of it. Don't need an ultra wide to play the game, but I would actually recommend getting like a second-hand one for the immersiveness of the Amazon warehouse. There's a few of those LG Ultra Gear, I think they're is the series. I've seen them for relatively cheap on there. Not the newer ones, of course, because they're all over over $1,000. You get like a, I think it's at like a 32, no, to be 30, it's at a 34-inch wide LG Ultra Gear screen, and even if it says, oh no, there's a dodgy pixel, most of the time you will not even notice the dead pixel. One I actually picked up there, when was it, 2022, it did have a slight tear damage in it where it comes through as white, but depending on what you're using the monitor for, most of the time I wouldn't even see it. Like, you'd be so focused on what you're actually doing in the game that you just wouldn't notice. But I actually was using it as a HDR test output screen for DaVinci Resolve editing. It was nice to see what having a separate monitor for HDR output looks like. So good to know that your colors and stuff and your color tone is set correctly. In fact, this live stream is using YouTube's HLS servers and not the normal streaming connection that everyone else normally uses, because it's the only way you can actually do HDR and some other things. It has to be through the YouTube HLS ingest servers. I am curious to see what this would look like in 4K HDR, so I might at some point do a test on that. But it'll be the standard screen ratio. I don't think I'll go for the full one. Standard 4K, I mean. Right, 4 minutes left, it's saying. I'll probably do the same event on American Truck Simulator. Between 10 days left actually on the event from today, so you can turn your head and look to see is there traffic coming with the eye tracker. And I just realized something. Are we going the wrong way? Fuck's sake. I just looked at the GPS, was like, wait, why does it look like we're going the wrong way? Now, it will recalculate the GPS. So we open the menu. See, it's actually going to send us back in the right direction. Now, if we had enough turning space, I sometimes like to do this where if there's enough turning room, we can literally just turn around at a junction. So here's the junction here. Into here, whip around, pray there's no AI traffic behind, spin it around. Yeah, we should have went left when we were coming up the slip road. So we call them in Ireland slipper roads, I think. I heard someone use that term. See, like we're like him, what he's doing. That's what we should have done. But I was too busy talking. Yeah, you can do these in a convoy as well with your friends, even if you're not in a VTC at all. The only thing I'll say about working or playing with a VTC group, do try and get on a Discord, and you know, it can be more fun in some ways. Yes, there can be shenanigans, like delays to starting because someone turns up late or don't have a truck ready, you know, but not that I'm complaining, you know, it's happened to myself. It's quite common as well to be at the back of the convoy and everyone else seem to be pro drivers, seem to be always able to pull away miles ahead, and you're like, but I've got the same truck, don't I? Usually moments like that. And they usually have mastered the art of driving at 98, 99 kilometers an hour. But this fella's going the same way as me, so let's pull in behind him. Check the mirrors, nothing else behind. Go up the hole. There we go. We're turning left. When you come across a stop sign like that, or the line, you are supposed to actually come to a completely full stop. In real life, that is. You're supposed to check the traffic each way, and then when it's safe to do so, pull off. Are going left here. Down, and there we go. We just discovered our destination town. Oh, let me see where we're going now. We're going straight ahead. Turn off the indicators. I don't know, strictly speaking, if you're supposed to turn on your indicator when you're approaching your roundabout to indicate which lane of it you're going into and then which exit you're coming off of. Because if the person behind you is not paying attention, it's going to be too late. And we're going in here. It looks like this is an easy one to park at, so we'll probably do it. And hit the button. So where do you need it? That is that's the tight spot parking. We get a lot more XP as well. So for demonstration purposes, we'll do it. Right, let's switch view. So, this one's not too bad. So you've only got the wall on one side and then a space side. Off the brake. Now, again, I am not a professional truck driver. I do know someone who is, but the new driving school feature in this game actually teaches you how to do all of this, and you do get Steam points and achievements for doing it. So, I believe you're supposed to kind of do this diagonal position on it, and then just learn how subtle steering movements can keep you straight to get the back of the truck to that white line. First white line nearest it. See, now it's starting to twist a bit. Keep that wheel straight and then turn left, I think. Now we're going a bit maybe too far, so we need to shimmy the arse of this around a bit. Probably not exactly how you're supposed to do it, but you know, there's no rush, take your time. This is not a quick game, really. You know, if you want to learn how to do this properly and do it right, as I say, take your time. Not quite there, but we're not far off either. Straighten up. fly right, as the song says. Right. Brake. Okay, now we're nearly there. We're nearly there. It is easy to fuck it up from this point forward as well. I know because I've been there. It doesn't have to be exact. As long as we get that white line to turn green, we're good. Ah, there it is. That's it. So hit the button. Ta-ta-ta. That is job 7 of 13. So we don't have many more to go. So company offers. So you're taken from the same company basically. So where you dropped off is where you want to pick up the next one. So that's now bringing us back to Malmo. But if you want to mix it up a bit, look for somewhere a bit further. There's one that brings you into, is that Denmark? Or is that, yeah, it looks like Denmark. That one's a bit longer. That's a bit of a longer route to almost the same area. Castle. That's down into Germany. Yeah, so again, that's just a general idea of how to do it, but for the sake of getting the 13 done though, we'll just go with these. Now if you look here, see that's Rostock, see the dotted line, that's a ferry. You don't actually have to follow that road. What you could do is go down to here to Trelleborg. Now what we'll do is we'll pick up again delivery, like obviously for this one with the event jobs, it's getting the jobs, the number of jobs done, not the distance. It all adds up anyway, and it goes towards your VTC's mileage anyway on Trucksburg, so don't worry about that. It is worth doing it. Same thing applies to the trucky weekly stuff. It all adds up. Now where is this? Oh, there it is beside us. I will say when you're using a modded profile, when you're just doing the normal freight or cargo jobs, you get to pick the skin of the trailer if you have a suitable mod installed. Well, there is the vanilla stuff, or the stuff from Pro Mods does give you extra skins as well, but I have an Irish trailer skins pack that gives me Super Value and Super Max and a few others. Potato Crisps I think was another, and Guinness trailers and stuff. So the point I was making about the ferry, if you go into the map, change, now you see the way we haven't visited this one. If you wanted to pick that one up as part of what we're doing, first thing you could do is stick a point near the surface, because we need to do, I think we need to do some repairs anyway, and it's probably a refueling area section. Yeah, there's a petrol station there. There's also that that's probably a garage or recruitment. So there's one and there's two. Now one little thing I just realized, sometimes the options here, depending on what way you're doing it, you need to tick a box that allows you to do them in a sequential order of clicking, because I think it defaults to the opposite. And then yeah, so there's Trelleborg. See, Trelleborg brings you to, actually is that Trelleborg? Trelleborg does bring you to Rostock actually. So we can change by doing this. Oh, that did not force it. Okay, let's reset it. Huh. Don't know why that's not working. But we can just ignore it and just drive there anyway and do the same thing. But we are going to put in that and that. So come out of this. Right, so according to my trucky UI, I've got 482 kilometers and 26 minutes. Now, once you pick up the trailer, this is when you're in what's called real stats to race stats mode. So we do not want to go above 90. What did we say? 98 is when our trucks book alert will trigger. At 98, you can technically set your cruise control to up to 100. You just don't want to go above. You don't want to have that event where you just accidentally go across it. Now, I also believe with the more recent updates that it's a lot more strict, especially when you're playing with the whole truck book and Truckers MP, where it's a lot more less forgiving on that time delay as well. So you really don't have much time to react. So even if you're taking your foot off the accelerator while using cruise control, you do want to, as I say, I started getting into the habit of taking my foot away from the accelerator so I don't accidentally keep it down. The electric trucks are completely different, I will point out. They slip and slide like you're on an ice rink. In fact, they don't even have retarders as far as I know. I think if you install the modded version of the EV trucks, you can put in a diesel engine into them with a retarder, but obviously you've only got the look of the electric vehicle as opposed to it actually being electric. As for the implementation of charging for EVs, yeah, I don't think that's entirely finished right yet either. Like, I thought they'd just make it as you just pull into a fill-in station, as we call them in Ireland, or petrol station, and you just hit the button and it goes through the motions of charging, and that's it. Just like you'd fill up, stop the engine and hit the button then to fill up the diesel, you know. But no, there was something about having a charging brake enabled to create is it a kinetic effect to charge the battery, but I don't know, I'm not even sure that's actually implemented right either. Our what would you call them, mod loader ways to save edit to recharge so you can do longer journeys with a EV truck. You're just saving your game at a point in time and then edit it to be fully charged and then load it back in, essentially. There is another method I'm not going to mention. You probably know what it is. I'll say no more. It's where you freeze the charge value so that you've got essentially unlimited electricity. Those are typically referred to as a trainer. It's not, I wouldn't necessarily call it cheating. You're just, you know, you're playing single player, it doesn't matter. Just don't be using those things on Truckers MP or anything like that, because that's not fair. And don't be trying to do sneaky race miles that don't show as race miles type of thing, because that's, especially if you're driving in a VTC, just don't fucking do it. I'm telling you now. You will get your ass booted out. It's that simple. We've actually just passed 2 hours and 12 minutes, I've noticed. Although granted, if you deduct the time for when we actually started to when we actually got the Halloween jobs going, I think we were 40 minutes in at that stage. Cruise control is back on. Let's do a nice cinematic of crossing the bridge, I think, will we? Just keep the wheel steady. There is obviously in 150 as well, I think they introduced something called lane assist. It's kind of like AI, well, in the real world there actually is a thing where you have AI assisted driving, but yeah, I don't know, I haven't really seen it work well yet, or figured it out properly, I guess. At the moment I wouldn't recommend it anyway, so I think it's mostly meant to just make sure you stay between the lines, essentially. I don't think it actually changes lanes for you. And the adaptive cruise control thing has never really worked or been reliable, so that's why anyone using the cruise control retarder method usually doesn't have the adaptive turned on. Right, we have 20 minutes left. Our current position and speed. The rain. Our automatic wipers kicked in yet? No. Let's have a quick look and see if there's a service station. Oh yeah, the service station is there. We are coming up to it now. Now we're getting a bit impatient, so we're going to skip the queue, as I said. Oh, and we're going to love tap him out of the way. Actually, he's still there in front of us, but my front mirror shows them glued to my front grille. Sorry about that. Need you to get out of my way. Okay, we would have had to have gone far left to get around this lot, so give it a moment. There we go. Here it is, here beside us. Yeah, so these are shown as floating UI indicators as opposed to on the Pro Mods profile. We had manhole covers. Right, so let's repair this. You can do repair, which suggests fixing from 9 to 6%, or replace all gives you 0. So, oh, sorry, service recommendations, actually, that's the one. It's cheaper usually, but confirm. Right, so if we go out here, I want to change one thing. Click dash. I want to change that flag. There's Ireland. Or stick an EU flag. Oh, there it is. Right. Make it more symmetrical. Because reasons. Area there as well for doing sleeping, for making time go forward. Nighttime, say to dawn. So is my Microsoft off? Those clicks, that's me pressing the cruise control buttons. Ba-doop-ba-doop-ba-doo. 16 minutes left and our fuel has gone below 50% reserve, so keep an eye out for it at next service station. Refuel, I think. Not sure I have enough for the remaining 287 kilometers. I used to be able to tell by looking at the trucky overlay, but they've changed it, or I got it set up wrong. I used to be able to tell the number of kilometers left that the fuel would cover. At the moment, it only says 32.3 per 100 kilometers. At least that's how I'm reading it. You can see the water getting threaded up by the vehicle in front. Sometimes these tolls have a bypass lane, or it's an automatic toll lane like this one. There's no barrier. Sometimes you see a weighing station on that right hand side as well, depending on the country. Look at this bridge we're about to go across. Feels like a John Nolan cinematic moment coming. In this case, an Acros cinematic moment. Retarder. We were actually hitting 95 there for a second, but I turned the cruise control back on, bring us back, because we're going downhill, and had we not been paying attention, and had we hit 101, we would have been gone from real stats to race stats. Practice, turn off those, is it still raining actually? Oh, it is. I think in the default game controls you can actually turn off the chances of rain. Oh, here we go, service station coming up. Fuel. Right, off with the engine and fill her up. What's this costing us? Almost 1.93. the Steam screenshot method, the F12 thing, actually captures everything, but not the trucky UI. So if you don't want the F3 overlay, turn it off before you take the picture, or use the photo mode, which is this. This doesn't show the UI at all, and that's much nicer usually. Off our parking brake, turn off the indicator. The rain is still going. There's a rest stop area, another place for resetting time or moving time forward, I mean. Minutes left. So let's keep our going. Going straight, not turning left. There's one nice add-on actually. I must load it into my new Pro Mods profile. Probably don't have it, and I probably don't have it on this one. It's the steering column. When you start the engine or turn it off, it has this kind of piston collapsing and expanding effect with the wheel, and the neck it's on moves from, say, the off position, and then it extends into the driving position and vice versa. It's essentially it's an animation effect, or when you power on, power off. I remember that there's a Discord, I think it's called Insano or Insanium or something like that, and they have a mod loader which is also a save edit features on it, and you know, you can, if you're starting a new profile for whatever you're doing, and you want to, you can save edit truck parts or truck and those type of other cosmetic mods and stuff into it, and I think you can unlock garages and give yourself starting cash. So if you wanted to create, say, scenarios, and you want to have a profile for the scenario, like, say, I think we did one of these actually a couple of months ago, where we created a profile, gave it was it 2 million starting cash, I think, one garage, and then 2 trucks, I think it was. And the idea was, for the scenario was, I think people had to see who could get to their first earned 2 million. I can't remember exactly, but I think it was something like that. And to keep people honest, of course, you had to come up with a set of rules and regulations, of course, like track your balances, your refueling costs, all that kind of stuff. Can't remember who won it at that particular time, but another thing you could do is try doing either just exploration driving with no GPS and just read the signs, and stay in the cabin view, no using cameras. You can use the lean out the window view when you're, say, reversing or whatever, but you know, make it more immersive and realistic, like this one. That's a lean out for reversing. wipers. Do check out the Steam achievements list actually for what some of the achievements are. So I just got Sightseer updated, but that's usually multiple places you have to go in a particular country to earn those. So essentially you have to visit every major city, I think, for every country, and for each one it counts towards an achievement for that particular place. I think we're going the wrong way, are we? Yeah, well, I suppose this is the queuing way, but we can just go around them. There shouldn't be any invisible walls to hit with this one. Alright. Oh. So much for my cinematic view. You still have to steer. Oh, so this is forcing us through a X-ray scanner. That's what this building is. What have we got here? Some places, I don't really see these too often, but some companies, I think it was near Ukraine, I think I saw, have these security check things. But if you don't see the UI indicator or the manhole cover thing, it's usually just an automated barrier. You don't have to worry about too much. So our drop off is actually here in the port. OT log. Alright, let's see where this is. Oh, it's right in front of us. So we may as well do it. Points. I think we've maxed out our points anyway in terms of unlocking skills, so we don't really need it. Let's have a look. So let's have a quick look and see. Right, 8 of 13. So that's 5 to go. We're going to fly through the last remaining ones, I think. Actually, do I need to click on Rostock? As you can see, there's loads of big ticket items here. That's bringing us back towards where we came. Let's pick somewhere different. Let's bring us back even further. Whoa, what's that? What's that sound? I have no idea what that sound was. It was almost like it was an alert for something. But OBS is not telling me what. Did I just get a new follower or something? Possibly. Sorry, yeah, that's something I haven't figured out yet how to do that. As I say, I only just decided today I needed to come back and start streaming again. Well, yesterday actually. But yeah, let's do this one. Kind of want to move away from the area, get, you know, show different countries and scenery, as they say. To trailer is ready to load. Where is it? Oh, it's not actually here, I don't think. We're going somewhere else to pick it up. Yes, we are. DFH. We don't have far to go to pick it up, so we're okay for damage control and fuel, so let's get this on the road quickly. Right, we should be coming up on it now. This one here. And to the left here beside us. Oh yeah, I see it. Whoa, barrier opened. Good. Did we just come the wrong side of it? We did. Oh wait a minute, maybe we can get through here, can we? And come up around alongside and then reverse. And there she is. So let's try using the mirror method. It just so happens that the ground has enough lines on it to help us line up. We can see it in the mirror. Don't know. Yeah, there we go. Straighten that up a bit. Okay, I bet if I check. Yeah, we are a bit off technically, but it's a computer game, so you just hit the button. Let's be more realistic. Right, let's tip on up the road. Without further ado, and not adieu as some bellends do say. That is not French, adieu, it's adieu. There's no O in it. And it's French, not English. The least you can do is get it right. There's the Irish lad who did French in school. Sit down. Let's get us up to cruise speed. Not to be confused with ramming speed. Should just be a nice easy tip up the road, as I say. Those signs are funny. They say Ausfahrt, which I think actually means services. It's telling you where the next services stations are. I think I could be wrong. It could just mean slip road for all I know. But it sounds funny. Ausfahrt. The crazy Germans. Or humorous words. Let's see how long is left. It says 34 minutes as we're gaining speed. Should more than enough fuel to get there as well. No need to stop. 583 kilometers. It's just a tip up the road, hey. I don't think there's any point keeping this stream alive while I do the rest of the days, because it'll be quite long and takes the YouTube transcoder a bit of time to do the high definition version of the stream. So I suppose the sooner I end it, the quicker that'll happen. So it can be watched by others in HD and not standard definition. So I think we'll leave it there for now. I do need to sort out my outro, but we'll go with this for now. And thanks for watching.